You are welcome to Literature Hub 247. This is a literature channel where the arts and science of literature are discussed. If you are new on this channel, I want you to click on the subscribe button so that you have access to all my videos, because on this channel we have discussed all the literature texts and poems recommended by WAEC and NECO. So if you click on the subscribe button, you have access to all my videos, and whenever I release any video, you will be notified. Now, this is a tutorial video on Invisible Man. In this video, we shall be discussing 2021 WAEC questions on Invisible Man, written by Ralph Ellison. But before you listen to this video, I will urge you to watch my video on how to answer literature in English questions in WAEC and NECO before you watch this video. Because in that video, I explain the new dimensions just introduced by WAEC in answering literature in English questions. So if you watch this video, you'll be able to understand what we are doing here very well. So let's go ahead and discuss the questions. There are two questions that's here. As we know, normally there will be two questions. The first question is question 5. That's here. And the question says, comment on the character and role of Mary in the novel. The novel in question is Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Note: the candidates are required to relate the question to the theme and identify the person who Mary is in the novel. This is just the guideline to be followed. Now, if you have watched that video I mentioned earlier, you understand what I'm saying here. If you need the link to that video, just send it in the comment box that I'll send you the video of, I'll send you the link to the video of how to answer literature in English questions in WAEC and NECO. The title of the video again, how to answer literature in English questions in WAEC and NECO, and I will send the link to you. Now the solution. The narrator is out to seek his identity because he is treated as a non-being. Self-identity is a major theme in the novel. So by this, we have related the question to the theme of the novel. Now, this is the identification of the character, that is Mary. Mary is a black American like the narrator and a landlady in Harlem. She is the one that comes to the rescue of the narrator when he faints on the road after his discharge from the hospital as a result of the accident he has in the paint factory. So we have identified the character. Now we now go ahead and identify his characters and roles, that is, of Mary. Mary is kind, compassionate, and accommodating. She is the one that comes to the rescue of the narrator, whom she does not know from Adam when the latter faints. That is, Mary does not know the narrator. She just rescue him when he's about to faint. Now, when we are discussing character, when we say a character is this, a character is that, we have to cite instances from the text, and that is what we have done here. We say that Mary is kind, compassionate, and accommodating. So we now cite the instance where he rescued the narrator from the novel. Let's continue. She is like a mother to the narrator. She is of great help to him. She tells the narrator that where he stays is not good for somebody in his condition. She also assures the narrator that he is in good hands. She is seen as being good to the people, whether black or white. Miss Mary is intuitive. When she meets the narrator without being told that the narrator just left the hospital, she constantly watches over him in his sleep till he wakes and insists he takes suit. That's the characters. Now the roles. Mary plays the role of an angel that saves the narrator when he faints. Her presence and instruction to the crowd that may around him do wonders. The narrator will have died of suffocation, Mary said. Now let's go. Why don't you all stand back and let the man bleed? That is quote and unquote from the text. The narrator is without much money by the time he leaves the hospital and very weak to engage in any job to get money. He cannot afford to pay for any accommodation. It is Mary that comes to his rescue by giving him accommodation. Mary also makes sure that the narrator eats. She feeds him and gives him security. She is a black that understands the plight of the black. She admonishes the narrator to make something out of himself and be careful. She wishes the narrator success in the nearest future. So that is the answer to the question. That is question number 5. Now the second question. That's question number 6. Examine the narrator's experiences at the eviction. Examine the narrator's experiences at the eviction. This eviction is where an old man and the wife have been evicted from their place. So we are now asked to look into it and examine the narrator's experience. Note, in answering this question, the candidates are required to relate the question to the theme of the novel and identify the narrator as a character before writing on his experiences at the eviction. So the first thing we do is relate the question to the theme of the novel, and then we identify the narrator as a character. After that, we now write on his experiences at the eviction. So those are the guidelines to be followed. Solution. The narrator is out to seek his identity because he is treated as a non-being. Self-identity is a major theme in the novel. So we have related the question to the theme there. The narrator is the protagonist of the novel. He is a nameless, miseducated black American, Negro in brackets. He leads the readers through the progression of the events in the novel. He has little or no knowledge of the history of his origin. The people do not see him for what he believes in, so he becomes, quote unquote, invisible to the people. Hence, he retreats into an underground cellar. So here we are trying to identify the narrator. It is the narrator's first winter experience in the north. He is restless and decides to take a walk in the cold weather. He is then attracted to the scene of an old couple being evicted from their rented apartment. So we are already in the mainstream of the question. The marshal evicting them says he has the orders to evict them. The couple is greatly molested that they are not even allowed to pray. They are even praying to the man that is to allow them to go inside and pray, but the evictor did not listen to them at all. The narrator is worried and surprised that such a thing could be happening in that place. The crowds around are surprised by the narrator's ignorance of the situation in the area. The crowd is already infuriated by the way the couple is maltreated. They want to beat the people carrying out the eviction order. The old man is hit by the marshal and she falls. The old woman, rather, is hit by the marshal and she falls when she insists on going in and pray. The crowd then chases away the marshal and gathers again. So, when this goes on, the narrator is trying to address the people and is giving a speech. It is the speech of the narrator that charges them into action after the crowd calms. He urges them to behave like, quote, law-abiding people and slow to anger people and not to resort to violence. This leads to a riotous situation that invites the police. A white girl shows the narrator an escape route when the police arrive, because the police are chasing him to be arrested. So a white girl now show him the an escape route. Brother Jack, a leader of the brotherhood, is inspired by the speech of the narrator. He sees him as an instrument that will be useful for the brotherhood. Brother Jack runs after the narrator to catch up with him to engage him. He catches up with the narrator and offers him coffee and cheesecake. The narrator declines the offer given to him in the brotherhood by Brother Jack. He leaves the place contemplating the experience he just had. So that is the experience of the narrator at the eviction. So it is there he met the members of a brotherhood. Because of the speech he delivered at that eviction, the speech moved Brother Jack, who is a leader of the brotherhood. So the man now tried to convince him to join the brotherhood. So we have done justice to the two questions of WAEC 2021. So as I said earlier, if you are new on this channel, just click on the subscribe button so that you have all access to all my videos, and you are free to share my videos on any social media platform. Invite your friends to join us, because there are lots to be discussed on literature. There are lots of things to be gained on this channel. You can also visit our bookshop at www.literaturehub247.com for our ebooks and other literature materials. The website again is www.literaturehub247.com. You search for it on Google and you click on bookshop. You click on bookshop, you'll be taken to the bookshop page here. So here we have our ebooks, especially those of you that will be writing WAEC and NECO. So we have the compilations of past questions, both for WAEC and NECO. This is for 2021, and this is 2022, and also other literature materials. This one is simplified poetry that has the 12 poems recommended by WAEC and NECO. And this one is background knowledge to literature, and this one is about the drama and prose text. This one also is likely examination questions and answers. So, if you have any question on literature, just send it through the message box, and I will surely attend to it. Thank you, and God bless as you are following this channel.